So yeah, this is part 4 of beginners getting started with FL Studio with Kerry Evans. That's me, and I just want to sorry about the gum chewing. Sorry. I'm sorry for that first video I made. The volume was very low on that one, and I'll try to fix it, but I don't know if there's a way that I can. But I kind of want to get into the beat making part now. And I mean, one thing is you really don't have to have much, you know, to get a little studio going. I mean, if you want to become professional, then that's a whole nother, you know. But if you just want to keep it simple and whatnot, all you simply need is a computer, this program, and a microphone. You know, if you have most laptop computers nowadays come with a built-in microphone, and you can use that microphone to record. You believe it or not, that's how I started, and you can get decent quality out of it. You know, it just depends. It just really depends, all on what you're trying to do with it and everything. But like I say, there's mics that start out as cheap as like $19, $29, $39. You know, you can find it at a place like Target. You know, the best one they probably have is probably about $29, and they have like a karaoke dynamic mic. They have like a vocal dynamic mic. Then they have like a performance dynamic mic. And then another mic that I bought from them is it's a condenser mic. It's not a dynamic mic. Dynamic mics are more for like on stage, but a condenser mic is more for like home recording. I bought a condenser mic from them that it was $99, and it USB. I plugged it straight USB into my computer, which made it very simple. You didn't need any external boxes or anything like that. Now, what I use now is I mean, it's still basic stuff, but it's an XLR. Your XLR connection, you won't be able to plug that straight into your computer. The mics that they have at Target, you'll be able to plug that straight into your it looks like a small headphone jack on your computer. You'll be able to plug straight into that. Your condenser mic from Target, you'll be able to plug straight into your USB. So that makes it simple. And but like I say, if you have a laptop computer, you can simply use the mic that is in there. But XLR is like more or less what the professionals prefer, you know. But I really think that technology is really heading toward USB. You know, you eliminate these external boxes, these interfaces and stuff. But you know, some people, they already have the equipment to go with the XLR, so they keep on buying. But anyways, if you want to go the XLR route, you can simply, oh yeah, I forgot to mention headphones. But if you want to go the XLR route, you can simply purchase a box at a place like Guitar Center or Best Buy, and you can get a box that allows you to plug your microphone into an XLR panel on the box, and then your box goes USB to the computer. So, or you can buy a more expensive one that's better, and you can go Firewire. Firewire, you're gonna have a better USB is gonna, I guess it's gonna slightly have a delay, but you won't even notice it. But with Firewire, I'm thinking that delay will be minimized to the point you might not even have a delay. But on my USB box, they make it where you have I forget what this button is called because I can't see it, but it is called, it's a direct monitor button. So when you press that button, it allows you to hear your voice in real time straight from the box, not from the computer. So you can listen to your voice from the computer and from the box at the same time, or just from the box itself. But like I say, that is just something I want to share with y'all. I know y'all waiting for me to get into this beat making stuff, but like I say, I'm still a beginner. So, I just I'm not gonna try to make a creative beat. I'm just gonna try to show y'all the steps, you know. And as far as headphones, Best Buy is a good place to get headphones. But like I say, any headphones that are called monitor headphones should be good. Now, one thing you want to look at is it depends on if you're making beats or you're recording vocals. But if you're going to be doing both of those things, the thing that you want to do is look at the frequency range on the headphones as well as the microphone. The microphone, you want to look at the frequency range. Most mics, condenser mics, go from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, and that's pretty much the full band there. That's pretty much the average microphone. You have mics that can do better than that, but your dynamic mics are probably they're going to be just mostly for voice, so they don't pick up more of the they just pick up the voice. They don't pick up like a condenser mic. The way that they have these mics is the reason it picks up such a low frequency and such a high frequency is because they don't only use the condenser mics for voice. They use them for, like, let's say you have a drum set, and you want to record you playing the drums. Then you can put your mic in front of the drums and record that into your program. So with a dynamic mic, you can do it, but when you start getting into the low bass or the really high treble, then you're gonna miss a lot. So, like I said, you have to look at the frequency range. Some mics only go down to like 80 hertz or you know, a certain, they don't go down to 20, but 20, if you're down to 20 and your KHZ is 20, then you're doing pretty good. Just a little discussion about mics there. Like I say, headphones, as long as they say monitor headphones and they have a cushion on them, then you probably have the right ones. But you need to look at the can't even think of the word. I want to say resolution, but that's not it. The frequency range. And most of them, the cheaper ones, are smaller set. But you probably want to go with the larger headphones. In a place, I've even seen them at Sears with the smaller monitor headphones. And you know, just because a microphone or a pair of headphones is expensive or has a name brand on it, it doesn't mean that it's made for what you're using it for. So, you know, if you're just listening to an iPod or something like that, you can buy any of the low headphones. But when you're doing this recording, you want to be able to hear stuff that everybody else is going to hear. You don't want it to cut out any sounds, so, or any frequency range. So you don't want it to make your voice sound different than what it really sounds like. Yeah, that's discussion about mics. I'm sorry. So thought I'd point that out.